So we need to spend some time over the next few days talking about the reset in quantum computing stocks. These stocks went from very little to really blowing up massively, only to have a bit of a reset take place in recent weeks, with the likes of Jensen from NVIDIA saying it's a decade out. Mark Zuckerberg from Meta agreeing with that, saying it's many years out. Even John Chambers of the former Cisco CEO said it's not relevant now. It's many years away. However, as we know, things can move very quick, and as we found out with DeepSeek just recently, things can catch these big companies by surprise, and they look to defend their turf and their territory. Coincidentally, Microsoft has indicated to kind of counteract and act as a buoy to keep for the quantum computing stocks. They said they're going to try to be quantum ready in 2025. That tells you that this can move a lot faster, and the opportunity that we have now with the quantum computing reset, it's here, it's real, and should we be taking advantage of it at this point in time? So we're going to start today with talking about D-Wave Quantum, QBTS, the symbol. We highlighted this almost 2 months ago, and it was at a price of less than $3 a share. So this is another quantum computing company. They build, manufacture their own computers, their own chips, and they focus both on annealing and gate quantum production. This is a very interesting. They're one of the few companies, maybe the only company, that really has this focus. And this is very important because the annealing is more of a traditional computing approach that you're used to in classical computing, but they use a quantum bend towards all of this to handling it and at quantum type speeds. And of course, gate is a more broader applicability and not quite as specific, but has tremendous computing power and speed as well. D-Wave, or Quantum Inc., QBTS, their model has largely been focused on, we've got the quantum computer, come get a subscription to our cloud service, rent it out, it's 99.9%, has uptime, subscribe to it. You don't have to pay for the computing, you don't have to pay for the install, you don't have to pay for the huge fuel surcharges to make that computing happen. You run it through them. Got a lot of customers there, and the customer base is growing. They also are selling their own computers, which they'll help install. And they've recently made a sale on this area as well. So they're kind of attacking it from two different angles and increasing their computing power. The other interesting thing is they've gone through 2 cash raises in the past couple of months, and they are just flushed with cash at this point in time, over $300 million. And they've got numerous agreements in place with entities to increase the distribution. So quite an interesting play here. It's a story. And let's talk a little bit more about it with some of the specifics. So D-Wave Quantum, QBTS, a market cap of about $1.5 billion and trading at a market price of about $5.60 a share. Again, this is up twofold since we talked about it about 2 months ago, but it's also down quite a bit from over $11 a share, which is what its peak just weeks ago, when you had kind of the throwing of cold water on the quantum computing parade. But remember, D-Wave, not only do they manufacture their own quantum chips, their own computing, they house computing. So there's a lot of things going on here. And this has come back down to a very attractive level. And here was the interesting thing is their CEO, Alan Baratz, when these comments were coming out from NVIDIA, Meta, Cisco, and the like, the CEO came out very aggressively and said, I'll debate any of them. And quantum computing is now, we have customers, we have the computing capability, we've got the products are going to get better and better. And I really kind of like that. I like it when you've got a CEO that's strong. He came out on all of the channels and said he'll debate anybody. He's got real products, he's got real computing power. That's a CEO with a bit of fire in the belly and looking to make things happen. And with some huge cash raises, they're only going to move their science faster, farther than they had been in the past, and do even more. So I'm looking for big things to continue to come out of D-Wave. and it really takes the cash and liquidity element out of the picture. They did report their expected 2024 revenue picture, and it's up substantially from where it was in 2023, with more bookings coming and bigger 2025 on the horizon. So there's a lot of interesting things happening with D-Wave. Quantum computing is not dead. There's a lot of opportunity in quantum computing. We've got a bit of a sell-off and a lull right now before things probably start to bubble up again. That's why we're going to revisit all of the quantum computing stocks we talked about before, and then maybe some additional components, as I think this is the right time to be thinking about, if you haven't established a position already in the quantum computing stocks, now's a good time to be thinking about it, be a long-term holder, and be prepared for the wild, for that roller coaster ride. But in the end, a lot of good things can happen. D-Wave just caught an analyst upgrade to about $8.50 a share. That's better than where it's at right now. And I think that still undercuts the longer term perspective. That's a short term milestone as far as I'm concerned. I think D-Wave's one you want to be a part of. I'm in it. I've just increased my holdings yet again in D-Wave, and I'll continue to do that in the coming weeks and months as well. I'm in on this, and let me know what you're thinking, what you're doing, and if there's any more questions. But quantum computing, as we've learned from DeepSeek just this week, things can happen. It can catch the big companies by surprise and turn everything upside down. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in your comments, and we'll talk with you again soon.